are here with our friend
Shrek.
and
CL Phantom Hive.
welcome our guests.
Good
So today we are talking about a very important topic: government
drones.
and how birds
Are
might be them. Yeah.
Yes,
That
exactly.
was a great segue. Basically, the topic is that we think birds are government drones. That is our Crapspiracy Theoracy for today.
Yes.
And now we know what you're thinking. That's a little wild. That's a little stale. And we know. But once you hear our evidence, you will be convinced.
You will maybe consider it.
Fair.
Okay, you will be convinced that we are absolutely insane. So,
Our first point is, have you ever seen a pregnant bird?
you have not seen a pregnant bird. A
We can
bird
assure you of
with
that.
there's this huge egg that is in them. Maybe probably more than one at a time
Yeah.
sometimes. And there's supposed to be just like this huge bird thing. But no, there's no
You have
distinction.
never seen a fat bird. You've never seen like a fat bird to be pregnant.
Yes, exactly. And suddenly they're giving birth. I don't buy it.
No.
Also,
No.
baby birds, they're
Yeah,
difficult,
yeah.
if not impossible, to see ever. Because the government doesn't really make as many baby drones as they do adult drones. So it's kind of like,
They just reuse them. They repackage them back into the eggs and then.
oh, if they only have baby birds in places where small navigation is more necessary.
Exactly.
For example, I saw baby pigeons on Alcatraz Island, which of course the government needs to monitor very, very closely. So there are baby birds there because they need to get in the prison, they need to be able to check everything is okay.
And also in little woods, when there's small areas between branches, they need to get through to see
Exactly.
what hikers are through those woods. They need to have little birds to be able to fly through them.
Usually those are suspicious locations.
That's also why there are such small breeds of birds that are
Yes, also,
freaking
yeah.
tiny.
Aren't they programming the baby birds more so that's why they're in the egg to make the technology higher?
Exactly.
Better?
Eggs are new upgrades. if you will.
They're like hatchables, but real life.
Real birds.
Would you like to introduce our next point?
Yes, our next point is capitalism.
Mostly closer to the coast, you will find seagulls flying over fast food restaurants such as McDonald's, a huge company.
Stop and
Yes,
Shop and Walmart.
also to do with capitalism. You hear these loud, obnoxious birds waking you up every single morning. My parents have complained, that stupid bird, it wakes us up every morning at 6 in the morning. And then we have to get up and it's like we can't go back to bed because there's this annoying freaking bird. And that is the government telling everyone, this is when you wake up. They are regulating the times you wake up, the times you go to bed, the times when you go outside, all by these factors of birds.
And evolution, survival of the fittest. The heavy sleepers have been able to survive a little longer, be able to get more sleep, and overcome this type of capitalism.
Well, let's explain the link between waking up early and capitalism. When you wake up early, you can buy more things, you can work more, and you buy more things. They want you to buy.
If more people wake up earlier, then hours for work will become earlier and earlier. For example, my dad goes to work at 5 or 6 in the morning.
Exactly, it's all the birds. Also, when you wake up earlier, you think, I'm gonna have some breakfast. And then later you have lunch, but then the lunch is earlier because you ate breakfast earlier. Then the dinner is earlier, and then it's 9 at night, and you're like, I think I'll have a snack. So you go and buy a snack. Just by waking you up early, they can get millions of more sales of snack foods and other dinner items and everything that is sold at night because you are hungry because you had breakfast early.
You also tend to see more birds around cities, especially pigeons. Pigeons are the most popular type of government drones.
Yes.
Especially in cities, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
Because
can
cities
hide
are so popular.
the metal in their gray feathers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, they are pretty annoying, and it is not uncommon to see them perched outside windows with nests and everything, just staring in your house.
cities.
And you're just like, wow, that's a cute pigeon.
They circle things because they want to take a closer look at it.
Yeah.
Take, for example, vultures. They supposedly circle corpses
Ray.
from the sky.
Ray, come on, birds don't eat.
They don't pray either. They don't have any source of religion.
I mean, they do eat, but they don't eat that. If you've seen pigeons eating breadcrumbs, first of all, the pigeons, you buy the bread to feed these pigeons.
And ducks too.
And ducks, yeah, ducks.
You bring
Any
a loaf
bird,
of bread.
any bird, really,
Capitalism.
any bird that you want to feed, you buy the stuff to feed them. Bird feeders, like buy the bird seed.
Exactly.
I bet the bird seed business is just a whole funding the government drone.
Most bird seed is actually food that is not for birds.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's
another
silly.
thing is, you know that song in Mary Poppins?
Mhm.
It's all about feeding the birds.
And you'll be glad you did.
Mass media brainwashing.
Only 2 pence a bag.
Also, have we ever mentioned pet birds? They are literally planted in your home to be
I know,
spies.
pet birds, they spy on you all the time. You let them in your home, they can see everything you are doing. The richer, the more likely you are to have this weird bird in your room.
Or a bigger bird.
For example,
bigger
you
bird,
had
a
a bird
bigger
in your
drone.
home.
Yes, I did. It
Has
was
it ever
not,
occurred to you that you were being spied on?
not until this very day.
See, there are just so many things that need to be uncovered. If you have a bird in your home, stop. Get some help.
Sell it back to your local pet store. They'll try to just make you buy more things there.
Yes. And when a bird in your home dies, you buy, I don't know,
Another one.
Another bird, yes.
Make
but
you spend
also-
more money.
But also
Capitalism.
you buy a box and your children bury it in the backyard. They are having an emotional hold on us. You make an emotional bond with that bird, and when that bird dies, you are sad. The government is controlling our sadness through these birds. So they can kill the birds whenever they want because they have complete and utter control over them. So they just kill the bird and boom, you're sad now. So if they want to put you in a bad mood, they just kill your bird.
Another thing, if they want to implant signs of a deadly disease to birds, they can make you spend way more money out of that to try to take care of and save this bird.
I think we need to focus more on the vultures. So the vultures, they circle up around. They are so high up. They have a view of everything. The government has maps made from these bird cameras. I mean, they can see the entire world, really.
Like
just
how
by
did
flying
Google
over.
get its images?
Yeah, how
That's
does
a thought.
yeah, Google Earth, more like Google, we're spying on you all the time.
We just don't update the pictures regularly because we need you to believe that it isn't the birds.
Yes, satellites, no, it's not the satellites. What do you think, this giant thing, 4 billion, jillion, that's a really big hyperbole, but millions of miles in the sky, that's still hyperbole. Anyway,
How
Way
would
out
it see
high.
that
Pretty
tiny
far
spot?
up. It's pretty
in the
far.
earth.
How does it
Hundreds
see
of kilometers
directly
up in the sky.
over that?
How does
So-
it see every detail on,
On
your house?
It sees your trees in your backyard, your swing set, exactly what your roof looked like. No, they cannot see that from that high up. They spy on us through birds. The vultures circle so they can get a 360-degree view on whatever they are looking at.
Another point to add to capitalism I just thought of is that there can be like these special like insane eagle exhibits like a baby with the baby birds and they can get you to spend more money there if they just they hatch more eagles that are very hard to find in regular zoos.
Do you think we should take a look to the future?
Yes.
So, my thought is, the population is growing very, very quickly. What if the government's backup plan if they cannot curb population growth, is to self-destruct birds.
Of course. Sometimes
Every family that
you
has a bird in its home, gone.
gone. And they can just explode these birds whenever they want. They're probably gonna come out with new types of birds.
The iBird.
Some bird that has been supposedly extinct for millennia will suddenly return. There'll be dodo birds on every corner, and we'll just be like, huh, I wish I had a dodo bird, and then we'll just bring it in our houses or something like that. Something stupid.
And as the population grows and it becomes unmanageable,
They'll have to start bringing
government-
back dinosaurs.
We'll
The
bring
government will
diseases to the birds to spread the plague like the rats.
Bird plague!
you heard it here
The bird.
first, folks.
The bird
Plague!
death. You heard of the Black Death. Here comes the bird death.
Also, can I mention owls? Have you ever heard of something more suspicious? It only comes out at night and its head can turn 360 degrees? If that's not for spying on us, then what is?
It has night vision.
Exactly.
Night vision cameras.
It's literally like, and you can't even see them because it's, oh, they only come out when it's dark. Yeah, because they want to be hidden in the darkness. It's the most suspicious
It must
bird.
be one of those earlier models that are harder to that they weren't able to improve the technology of.
Yeah, they
So-
weren't sure
But they
how
improved
was
it
gonna work out.
later so they can put it in zoos so that they can prove their existence.
Yes.
Mhm.
And their eyes are bigger so that they have bigger cameras.
Yeah,
What is
chunks
your
of
opinion
technology.
on bats?
Bats? I feel like
Bats
they're
are
really-
innocent.
Yeah, they're not really a part of this.
I feel like
They're mammals, so they're innocents. The birds were just dead dinosaurs that they brought
Bats
back.
do not spy on you. Have you ever even like seen a bat? Like they're never there. I mean, sure they come out in the night, but their vision
But they
sucks.
eat bugs.
They find through echolocation. They're not spying on anyone.
So I can see your point.
I feel like at some point the government is going to take over more and more animals so they can get more and more knowledge on their
And
population.
they could use the bats to figure out what people are saying, not just having video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could just copy
Birds
that.
are the most obvious because they can spy on you. They fly. Like flying, suspicious. But anyway.
I'm also pretty sure birds are one of there is the most variations within the species of different types of
besides bugs, of course. But birds are the most obvious. But what other species could the government be tracking
bugs.
us with? Bugs, exactly. Bugging? It's literally called bugging. Like, are you kidding me?
They sneak into your house.
I know, there's probably like 10 bugs in this room just listening to what we're saying.
Yes.
Bugs could. The only downside with bugs is they're very hard to put cameras and speakers on just because they had to be so microscopic.
And
So
they
it
could also
might not be
stepped on.
might not be now, but in the future, if they can put cameras and speakers on these tiny bugs, what else could they like they could
This
contain anything.
is why people have implanted killing the bugs into your brain, because people used to know about these cameras, so they killed bugs. Other people saw it and they're like, why are you doing that? Oh, are bugs nasty?
I
So
know.
they just
Why
started
do you
killing
think-
bugs
Why
too.
do you think children are just like, hey, let's step on this ant?
But we were brainwashed by the government, and now only the instinct is left.
Yes.
There's no knowledge.
Soon enough, they'll be taking over the rest of our pets, like our fish and our dogs and our cats.
Yes, but definitely I feel like the next step is insects once they get the technology.
Yes.
I mean, it is already set up. Like bugs are everywhere. If they spy on us, it's over. So
Suddenly the bees will stop dying,
Also-
and we will know.
also bugs, they're scary. Let's be honest. Like if I see a giant centipede on my foot, I'm gonna die. So they
There
can
was
kill
this
us.
place,
They
like
can kill
my
us
dad
with
saw
these.
this thing on Reddit where there was like this giant earthworm like this thick around. It was nasty.
Also, poisonous spiders, they can literally kill us with those.
More population
Population
control.
Yeah,
Population
exactly.
control.
So I think right now birds are clearly the most obvious. There may be others, but we're not really sure. We can't really tell. And I think the next step is bugs.
And arachnids.
Yeah. Arachnids are.
Like, why do spiders have so many eyes?
Insects.
They're not insects.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
bugs.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
I am a dumbass.
should cut that out so that we don't get demonetized.
Yeah.
Is that gonna get demonetized?
Yes, you get demonetized for swearing. Demonetization!
We should just do a beat.
Our channel isn't even monetized. What I'll leave you with is your pet birds may be spying on you, so get rid of them. Birds in the sky, they're also spying on you, so the government is spying on you through birds. And the next step could be
Just
bugs.
don't directly
So, watch
kill
out.
your birds because people will get suspicious.
Oh yeah, they'll get
Exactly.
so suspicious.
Don't like shove your bird in a microwave because that's just a little brutal.
Hot
Yeah.
spice.
And also, they're made of metal; they will explode your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, also, I think it's worth mentioning that people don't really know that they're made of metal or made of whatever it is because, like, you can't really dissect a bird that much. Like, you don't dissect
hard.
it. And also, turkey farms. I think.
Chicken
Can we
farms.
just mention that turkeys and chickens and penguins and other land birds? I feel like they're in the clear here because you eat those.
Yeah.
You eat those. But you don't really eat regular
penguins.
birds. Yeah, you don't.
You don't eat like a cardinal or a pigeon.
Well,
And how duck tastes similar
or an
to chicken.
ostrich.
It's just, it is chicken. It just, they make the meat.
I feel like they saw these birds that cannot fly for long stretches of time, and they thought, what if we made them fly all the time? We could spy on people. So things like ducks, turkeys, penguins,
Peacocks.
ostriches, peacocks. They saw these birds can't fly. So I think these are the actual birds. And then they saw these and were like, we're gonna make birds that fly so we can spy on people.
But what about ducks?
Ducks?
Ducks are the
No,
only
they're-
exception for
I think
land
they're
animals,
Ducks
in my
taste
opinion.
similar to chicken, though.
I think they're right on, like, because you can't really spy on someone with a duck. Like,
I think it might be helpful with
on
capitalism.
the topic of capitalism, people buy bread to feed ducks.
that is true. I
I
don't know. I
think
feel like
ducks-
ducks could go either way here.
I
We're
feel
not
like
really
ducks
sure.
are one of the only land animals that are not in the clear on this one.
I don't know. We're not really sure on ducks here.
We will
but
investigate more.
be a little suspicious of the ducks.
Do not feed them
Because they're the
bread.
only ones that can really fly, along with geese.
Yeah. Geese are horrifying.
Yeah,
They
geese are
poop
pretty scary.
everywhere.
But
Look at all those
we-
chickens.
yeah. So I think these are all the points we have to make today, and unless anyone else.
No, I'm
No,
Wait, and how birds migrate all the time? They could just like travel the country to get views on
Yeah,
things.
why do you think they're flying to like Brazil? Oh, because something suspicious is happening in Brazil. Let's fly all the
also
birds down.
that's why there's never any pictures on Google Earth of the planet in the winter time, like the northern hemisphere. You never see that in the winter time on the pictures.
They just have penguins sometimes. Maybe penguins to just like scout out Antarctica or like whatever.
No, but penguins are land, so you
Yeah.
can't really spot them.
Yeah.
No one's in.
No, but like
but
the Earth. Just look at the Earth.
yeah,
Dude, the birds.
Yeah.
Like, the cold places.
like
Scary.
not real. It's not really obvious what is truly a government drone and what is not. Like what is a government drone? This is pretty ambiguous right now, but soon we'll really be able to draw a distinct line between government drone, non-government drone. Right now it's all just speculation, backed up by quite a lot of evidence, of course.
Obviously.
Like everything on Crapspiracy Theoracy. So, yep,
That's it for today. Bye.
that's just a Crapspiracy Theoracy. Bye, everybody.
Bye.